Hey y'all, welcome to King's Titan Homestead. I'm here today, this morning, to check. I went and picked up the drop box that I left behind to catch any of the bees. Yeah, not very many, but we're going to reintroduce them here. They're a little bit. Oh, nice. I even got a roach with me. Sometimes I bring home things I don't want. Okay, so this is the wash hive, and basically what I'm doing is I'm going to introduce to them back their brood. I took out the empties. Hold on, I need an extra hand. Okay, and thanks to Kevin, a local beekeeper, he ordered a couple too many queens, so he didn't need them, and so I'm going to introduce this Meadow View Wildlife Meadows queen to this hive from the Arroyo Bank because they are queenless. So if you remember from the video from yesterday, I had taken out some frames of brood from the other hive, and I'm just going to stick the cage in here. Come on, girls. So that the bees can get her out. She is marked with a little yellow dot. Okay, next, I also picked up a little NOoooo box from Tina. She said they're very sweet bees. Aw, they are sweet bees. Hi, sweeties. Sweet bees. Okay, let's take a peek and see what's going on. Oh, it looks like this might be laying worker. It is. Totally has gone to laying worker. All right, so I gotta fix this. Wait 1 second. Okay, so I went into the Kona Queen, and I got the frame of brood that has the queen cell on it, and I'm going to put that into the laying worker hive. Okay, luckily that Kona Queen has been laying up a storm since I gave them a bunch of drawn comb so that she could just start laying. So I stole one of those frames as well to give to the removal that Zach and I did last night. Okay, so I don't usually give all of them brood when I bring them in. It just kind of depends on the situation. And last night when we were doing the removal from communications vault, they had just got there within the last week. And it's a pretty large size swarm that was becoming established. And we noticed that they were putting in pollen, they were putting in nectar, but it looks like that the fresh comb had more than one egg in the cells. So, I mean, it could be that they just didn't have enough room yet and the queen was laying multiple times. The eggs, it's one of those questions. So I'm not quite sure if there's a queen in this box. I am going to look for her. But just in case there's not. And I knew that the Kona queen could spare them because, man, her population is huge. I went ahead and put 1 frame of her eggs in here along with the 1 frame of honey from the laying worker hive because they were just backfilling everything mostly with nectar. So that's where we're at right now. Let me check for a queen. Y'all want to look? Oh, well, darn it. It's exactly what Zach and I thought. They are laying workers. Hive, another one. Another one to fix. So yeah. They are pretty happily covering the frame of brood that I gave them that has eggs, and the eggs are viable at the right age for them to create their own queen. So we'll have to come check on them to make sure that they're having progress with that. Laying workers can be fixed. It just takes resources. Luckily we're in spring, and so I do have those resources right now. If I was in winter, I wouldn't be able to save this hive. So how does that happen? So when the hive swarmed, the queen might have got killed accidentally. Sometimes when they hang in a tree, some people think that they can do it yourself extermination, and it doesn't take out the whole hive. And then sometimes the queen's hit by a windshield. Sometimes the queen is eaten by a bird. There's all kinds of things that could happen to the queen. And for the non-fertile worker bee to start laying eggs, it's only just a matter of time before the hive dies. So hopefully we've caught them and we can save them. So I'm going to be doing probably a whole video on how to save laying workers, and probably we'll start with these 2 hives that I've got here as my examples. Okay, they have a feed on them, and we shall see how they do. So like I said, I'll be doing a video on fixing laying workers here very, well, maybe in the next 4 or 5 days. Okay, one last thing that I'm doing this morning is, so I have 1 more queen, and I want to use her right away, or as soon as I can. This little NOoooo box was a nasty, hold on, forgot. I already put away my hive tool. Let me go get it. Okay, so I'm not remembering exactly where they came from. I'm hoping that the videos help me with that. So every time I've been in this hive, they have been grouchy. There are only 5 frames. Actually, not even a full 5 frames. And their temperament is just not good. And my smoker's starting to go out. Nothing like a last-minute hive inspection without a smoker on a hive that tends to be naughty. Watch, they won't be naughty today, but I'm going in and I'm going to kill their queen. And so, as you can tell how jittery these bees are, they're just running all over the place. Still just drawing on that side. The jitteriness That's a trait of the Africanized hybrid bee. She's really not laying that great. So not laying that great, and I'm not liking her offspring's temperament, so try to find her and remove her from the hive. This is just a bunch of really old frames that I had laying around. Africanized bees are really good at drawing comb. That is one thing that they are extremely good at. And there she is, right there. See her running around? So before this hive gets way too defensive, I killed her, and I'm going to introduce another queen to it. In a couple days. Okay, so just to go over some stuff real quick, that hive just had her queen. Africanized hive just had her queen dispatched for a new queen introduction, and then that one there has a new queen added to it. That's the Arroyo Bank removal. That's the Kona queen. Way back in that far corner we have two NOooOos. Those are both laying workers that we're in the middle of fixing. And in that far area over there, we have the Camacho hive, and we have one NOooOo that is full European that is going to go live with a hobbyist in Tucson here pretty soon. And you can tell, you know, different stages of the syrup. The Camacho hives are really not taking their syrup in. It's because they have high enough numbers to be out foraging, and if Mother Nature is providing, they don't really care for man-made supplements. But that little NOooOo with the European queen, she drank down her bottle, and so I'm going to go get her another one, as well as this Africanized little NOooOo. They also drank theirs down, so both of them are going to get another jar.